and I want to thank the organizers of this conference led by Prof. and your very able team. I think this is really commendable. And the participants who have really contributed to articles, and we are going to listen to very diverse presentations, which of course all of them are geared towards making a better world through contribution to SDGs. So I look forward to. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to join you through the meeting. In fact, in the next 20 minutes, actually maybe less than 20 minutes, I should be leaving to attend another meeting. Most welcome. Thank you.
Welcome, members. The Vice Chancellor is our chief guest, is with us. And we are starting the opening ceremony officially. This is the first Multi Friends University National Virtual Conference. The first order of the day is devotion. So, led by Dr. Metrin Sulungai. Welcome.
You have given each one of us. We want to thank you for our first national virtual conference of Kaimosi Friends University. We thank you, King of Glory, for this far that you have brought us. That as we begin this conference, our Father and our God, we ask for your guidance, we ask for your wisdom as we go through the 2 days, today and tomorrow. We give you praise, we give you honor, and we ask for your presence in this meeting. In Jesus' name we pray.
Thank you for that prayer, Dr. Sulungai. So you will allow us to sit as we present. We have 52 participants. The chief guest, Professor Jack Nandi. Welcome to the first Kaimosi Friends University National Virtual Conference. So, according to the program, I need to introduce participants for a few minutes, about 3 minutes, and I'll begin by recognizing the presence of the Vice Chancellor. Is here physically. We are launching on site, so it is a blended launch, and we have our participants and other guests online. Secondly, I would like to introduce the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Julius Kipkemboi. He is joining us from France. Then, according to protocol, I will introduce our keynote speaker for today, Professor Godfrey Netondo, a professor of botany at Maseno University. He's with us. Our keynote speaker for tomorrow has also joined us online. He's Professor Chege Githiora of Kenyatta University. I will skip the Kaimosi Friends University participants because they are the hosts, but I would like to quickly introduce the following participants who responded and have walked every step with the organizing committee from outside Kaimosi Friends University. So Dr. Pauline Keitan, in the order in which they are listed on the participants list, Dr. Pauline Keitan from Kabianga University, Dr. Consolata Mwimali from Riara University, we have Dr. Eric Mulati from Kenyatta University, Dr. Wekesa Napura from Tom Mboya University, Jennifer Odinga from Kenyatta University, Janet Lillian Maina from Masai Mara University, Professor Misia Kadenyi from Masai Mara University, Dr. Simon Kipkenei from Kibabii University, Dr. John Koech, feel welcome. So you will be able to introduce yourself more when your time comes. Naftal Nyakundi from Masinde Muliro University and Mr. Vice Chancellor Sa, I think members are joining according to the program. So the final program has been circulated, and I think many will be keen to join closer to when they are presenting. But in total, we have a good attendance of 54 members present online for the opening ceremony, and about 20 are present physically for the opening ceremony, giving us an attendance of 74. So in brief, ladies and gentlemen, I am Benson Ojuan. I'm the Director of Research, Innovation and Outreach. I was the Chairman of the Conference Coordinating Committee and Organizing Committee, and we have received great support from the administration at Kaimosi Friends University, but more importantly, from our paper presenters, those who took their time to sit, write abstracts, submit them, revise them, produce the PowerPoint presentations, and compile the full papers within our timelines. We are so grateful for this kind of effort that you have made. Some of you worked under a very short notice, but you made it. I will single out Professor Napora Wekesa from Tomboya University. We did not have his telephone number, so he didn't get his the request for PowerPoint presentations, but he did it within a day. And to all of us, the ICT team who have made this interaction possible online, we want to thank you very much. The corporate affairs team that has ensured that we have the necessary equipment, and the procurement team that have given us the provisions that we need. So in short, this is a scholarly exercise, and we hope that within the next 2 days, we'll get exposure to various sub-thematic areas. Our main theme this year is innovative multidisciplinary approaches to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. And we split it down into transition from 844 to CBC, financing of education in Kenya, adoption of ICT, then we had health, evidence-based approaches to a healthy society. Then we had a sub-theme on entrepreneurship and economic development. And lastly, we had cross-cutting issues where we covered language, communication, ethics, law, and related areas. And we also have climate change as a sub-theme. The sub-theme of education attracted the largest number of papers because of the current issues to do with CBC. But we also have papers in diverse areas. You will be listening to presentations on 3 presentations on climate change, 3 presentations on e-learning as an alternative platform. You will be listening to quite a number of presentations on finance, business, and entrepreneurship. So, Mr. Vice Chancellor, because of our multidisciplinary approach, I'm happy to note that we have 5 presentations from mathematics. So we do hope that we'll go multidisciplinary and form teams, so we can have somebody in health sciences research collaborating with a mathematician, together with a communication person and a geographer. So that is the format of our presentation. So after this opening ceremony, according to the program circulated to you, at 11, we'll go into our breakout rooms. There was some apprehension about the platform to use, but as you can see, the big blue button platform is working fine. So as a paper presenter, you'll be able to join your breakout room. You just stay in this main room, and then you will be guided accordingly on how to join your breakout session. And the session chairs will be on standby. They have your PowerPoint slides. The ICT people have uploaded them. They will be able to share promptly, so do not have any worries about how to share your presentation. Just make sure that you have joined correctly, you have accepted microphone, join with microphone, then you accept audio. When you are not presenting, you will mute your gadgets. Now, due to time, I skipped that session on virtual meeting guidelines, but we'll have that session at 11:15. So Benjamin Kiprono and Ms. Irene Ayako. So before the people join their breakout sessions, we'll brief them from 11:15, so that at 11, we have a smooth transition into the presentations. So Kiprono, that's why I skipped that session. You'll come in at 11:15. With those very many remarks, finally, before I welcome the DVC academic, I would like to report that I received maximum cooperation from the paper contributors, and those whose abstracts were cleared, they've paid for participation. All of them have paid the participation fee of 1,500 shillings. Both CAFU staff and external participants have paid. And that goes into the logistics of organizing a conference. So I would now like to welcome our Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Julius Kipkemboi, to make his remarks, and then he will welcome our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor, to officially open the conference. After that opening, we will have one speaker, the first keynote. We'll listen to him together here, then we'll break for tea, and then we go into our breakout sessions. Welcome, Professor Julius Kipkemboi.
Professor John, I hope I am audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you. Our CEO, Vice Chancellor, Professor Nandi, the EBC Finance and Development, our keynote speakers, Professor Godfrey Tondo, Professor Diora, our participants from other institutions, University of Kabianga, Riyadh, Most, Jews, AU, Tomboya, Masai Mara, TUC, and other institutions whom I have not mentioned, our participants and my colleagues from CAFU, all guests and all other participants, good morning. I want to really take this opportunity to thank all of you and more sincere.
Have we lost Professor? Okay.
It was very clear that we are now in a new trajectory as a fully fledged university to take our rightful position, not only in teaching, but also in generating and disseminating knowledge. And I think this conference today, being our first conference, and again more important under the new normal, where we are having our virtual conference, is a testimony that CAFU is ready and we want to take our rightful position as a university that will make a significant impact in the community. When I look at the theme of this conference, which focuses on multidisciplinary approaches towards achieving SDGs, it's a clear demonstration to our commitment of our mission and as an institution. I want to thank the conference organizers who have chosen the themes which are really current and relevant, from the transition to the new education curriculum, matters to do with financing education, matters to do with ICT and climate change, matters to do with societal issues, conflicts, communication, and also issues that resonate with the current issues and also our commitment as an institution. I want to thank our keynote speakers. Of course, we are looking forward to excellent presentations that will flavor our conference, and I want to thank all the contributors to the papers we prepared for presentation, and all the participants who have contributed and who will contribute to the success of this initiative. Now, I want to really wish all of us a very productive conference. More important is let's participate actively. I'm sure we'll be able to have some takeaways which can help us make a change in our society. So mine is just to wish all of you a very productive conference, and unfortunately I will not be able to join you the rest of the day. Actually, I need to catch up with another meeting shortly, but I want to thank all of you. So with those few remarks, I would like to now take this opportunity to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Professor Jack Nandi, who will give us his very important remarks as opening of this session. Professor Jack Nandi, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, my Deputy Professor Julius Kimboi, for welcoming me. All the participants in this conference, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Yeah, it gives me much pleasure to give my address to the first national conference in this university. As we are all aware, today, on 5th of May 2023, we are now having the first ever, we are having the first innovative conference, multidisciplinary conference, which is being done here at this university, and the theme is innovative multidisciplinary approach to achieving sustainable development goals. That's the theme of this conference. Those of you who are all aware, we got our charter on 2nd of August 2022. And in less than 1 year, we are having the first ever national conference on the multidisciplinary approaches in achieving sustainable development goals. So for us as a university, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the council, on behalf of the staff, on behalf of the students, and on behalf of all others, and especially to thank all of you who are participating. I know that there are 65 participants in this conference, and we also have 48 presentations. Today, as we are talking, we have about 74 participants now, and the others who are joining. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for finding time to be here and to join us. I want to take this opportunity first and foremost to thank the universities. There are 26 universities that are participating. And I recognize all of you, all the universities that are participating. I'm not going to mention you, all of you, because you are 26, but I want to recognize a few other universities that have more entries in this participation. If you look at the list of the participants, I've realized that Kaimosi Friends University has about 20 participants. So we are leading by example as the host. We want to recognize Kisii University. They're having 6 participants. Our own mother university, Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology, thank you very much for being there, for the role that you played to mentor us. Now we are on our own, and we are happy that you have joined us with the 12 participants. We have also Masai Mara University, which is joining us with the 10 participants, and then Joust with the 5, Kenyatta University with the 7, Tomboya University with 3, and Rongo University with 2. I recognize those universities that are having more than 1 participants, but I also appreciate all the 26 universities that have joined us today in this conference to make it a reality. This is our first, as I've said, our first national conference, and therefore it's an achievement for us as a young university. And we are looking forward that in the next 2 years, it's going to be a national conference. It will be held every year in this university. But after 2 years, we are going to graduate this particular conference to an international level. So that's what we are working on to make sure that it's going to become an international conference. I want to take this opportunity once more again to thank all my colleagues, especially the team in our university, led by the Director of Research, Professor Juang, for the role that he has played to make this conference a reality. Together with all the team members whom we have mentioned, there are some who work within the university and others who have come from outside, whom we have mentioned. I want to thank all of you for fighting to make this a success. There are a number of you who are playing the role of peer reviewers. There are a number of you who are going to chair some sections of the conference. I want to take this opportunity to recognize you and to thank you very much for the role that you are going to play to make this conference a reality. I also want to take this opportunity to appreciate and to recognize one of the members of the council, Dr. Fauzia, who has joined us and who is participating and who is going to present the paper. That means that even our own council is leading by example. And therefore, this shows that we are going to have more other conferences. Those of you who are aware, just last week, we were hosting the conference from the Society of Education, Research and Evaluation that was being hosted in this university. But this one now is our first conference. So this is the beginning of many other efforts to enable us to focus not only on teaching, but research. And so I want to thank you very much, and I'm very happy about the themes that you have taken, and the number of other sub-themes that are going to be presented here. I also want to take this opportunity to let members know that there is a lot that we can achieve as far as technology is concerned. So this is a virtual conference, and we can actually embrace technology. It's going to be cost effective. It's going to be cost effective to embrace technology. And as you are all aware, that is one of the agenda of our government, the Kenya Kwanza government. Better. Better means bottom-up economic transformation agenda. And in the better and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, digital superhighway is one of the agenda that has been highlighted by the government. So as a university, and I think also all of us who are here today, it's going to be more cost effective for us to embrace technology by having this kind of a number of these virtual conferences, so that it becomes easier for universities that are younger. And you are also aware that even the funding models in universities is changing. So it may not be possible for universities to have more money to host this kind of conferences. So this is, I want to thank all of you and the university for waking up to the call and ensuring that we are able to focus on the core mandate of this university, which is teaching and research. I take this opportunity also to thank all of you who are participating, because it's through the contribution, the amount of money that you have contributed, that's making this conference succeed. So we want to thank you very much. I also wish to take this opportunity to thank our key speakers. We have Professor Geoffrey Netonto, who is a full professor of botany. Professor, thank you very much for volunteering to give us the first keynote speech. And also, I wish to thank Professor Chege Gidurwa for finding time to be with us today as one of the keynote speakers. And all of you, all of us who are here, I want to encourage you and also let you know that when we are talking about multidisciplinary approach, that is the future of research. I have participated in a number of multidisciplinary researches. That is what has made some of us be what we are. You cannot be able to achieve anything as a researcher if you are going to be an island. You must find a way of coming up with multidisciplinary research. And here I can see there are a number of papers from mathematics and many other areas. We can come together, and with a common theme, we can be able to contribute. People out there who have the money, who have the grants, are no longer supporting researches that are not multidisciplinary. So I want to encourage all of us, because this is the beginning. I want to encourage all of us, and especially our colleagues from all the 26 universities that are here. I want to encourage you to work together with each other. Find a way of coming up with big researches. You are all aware of the funding, and you are all aware of the lack of, especially when it comes to National Research Fund. We don't have the money, and we are hoping that we should be able, if we have enough money, we are hoping that we should be able to come up with a more serious multidisciplinary research to attract more funds and make universities more relevant. Because without enough funds, we are going to have challenges. We are not going to be able to publish. And you are all aware, if you remember what was said by Professor William W.R. Ochieng, you either publish or you perish. So we want those of you, especially in our university and many other young universities that are here, that we are going to rely on multidisciplinary research. Those of you who are senior and you are in this team, we want to encourage you to mentor our young faculty. Encourage them, form the teams. This is the right time for you to collaborate and come up with serious multidisciplinary research. And I can assure you, you will go very far. And I can also tell you that alone, in your own area of discipline, you are not going to go anywhere. You are not going to achieve anything in research without collaborating. If you are a scientist, you should remember that you cannot be able, your results will be null and void without a social scientist. Because there must be somebody somewhere seated to be able to provide you with more information about indigenous knowledge. Science has failed on its own because of lack of indigenous knowledge. So we need to come together through multidisciplinary research and understand some of the inhibitions, some of the problems that have made some of our researchers, some of our top researchers not to succeed. And therefore, therefore, we must come together and work together to enable us achieve the best. With those many remarks, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you, Professor Juang. I want to thank once more again, thank all of you who are participating here today. I want to encourage you to have fruitful discussion, and I want to thank you for finding time to invite me to come and open this first conference. With those many remarks, I now wish to declare this first conference, whose theme is Innovative Multidisciplinary Approaches to Achieving Sustainable Development Goals, officially open. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our CEO and Vice Chancellor, for officially opening the conference. Members, you are now free to participate as much as you want. This is an academic exercise, and academic freedom and freedom of expression is guaranteed. I will now take this humble opportunity to welcome our first keynote speaker, Professor Netondo from Maseno University, to give his keynote address. Welcome, Professor Netondo. Professor Netondo, in brief, is a full professor of botany. He is currently serving as the Dean, School of Physical and Biological Sciences at Maseno University, where he has also worked and risen through the ranks from of assistant lecturer to lecturer, senior lecturer, associate professor, and finally full professor of botany. He got his Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Nairobi and Master of Science also from the University of Nairobi, and his PhD was a program between Maseno University and a university in Germany. He got a fellowship of 6 months. He is a member of the Kenya DAAD Scholars Association. He has published extensively in his field. He has supervised several postgraduate students. He has served in administration, also as chairman of department, dean of the school, and as acting deputy vice chancellor academic and student affairs for 1 year. Professor Netondo, have an audience here for you today. We have 67 people online and 20 people at the physical launch. Welcome, Professor. You can speak to us for some 20 minutes, and then the discussion will be open, and that will mark our first presentation.
Thank you. I hope being heard.
We can hear you, Prof. Just proceed.
I appreciate that you invited me. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are gathered here at Kafu discuss the vital role of research scientists in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. As we navigate the challenges of the 21st century, it has become increasingly evident that scientific research is critical in driving progress towards sustainable development. However, it's not enough to simply have scientists working on SDG-related issues. They must be equipped with the right tools, knowledge, and skills to effectively contribute to the attainment of the SDGs. In this talk, I will delve deeper into how we can equip the 21st century research scientists as a catalyst for the attainment of the SDGs, which is in line with the theme of the conference, Innovative Multidisciplinary Approaches to Achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. We will explore the multidisciplinary approaches, as we have already heard from the CEO, required access to cutting-edge technologies, strong communication skills that are necessary for researchers to act as agents of change and contribute towards building a more sustainable future for all, and public participation in implementing of research findings towards the attaining the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, let me, ladies and gentlemen, just briefly talk about the Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable Development Goals, as you are aware, they are also called SDGs in short, and there are 17 in number, which were set out by the United Nations General Assembly in 2015 as part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development of the planet. The 17 sustainable goals, for those who may not have taken time to look at them, let me just outline them. The first one is talking about no poverty. The second one, zero hunger. The third, good health and well-being. The fourth, quality education. The fifth, gender equality. The sixth, clean water and sanitation. The seventh, affordable and clean energy. The eighth, industry. The ninth, innovation and infrastructure. The 10th, reduced inequality. 11th, sustainable cities and communities. The 12th, responsible consumption and production. The 13th, climate action. 14, life below waters. 15, life on land. 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. And lastly, 17, partnerships to achieve the goals. Now, if it is not easy to internalize all of them, but these are the goals which aim at addressing the most pressing social, economic, and environmental challenges which face the world today. For instance, we talk about poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, and peace and justice. Those are some of the few that we can pick, but the others. So in short, these SDGs are a comprehensive blueprint for creating a better and more sustainable future for all. And attainment of these goals requires the collective effort of governments, businesses, civil society, and individuals. But one group that plays a very particular critical role is in achieving these goals are us, the scientists. So we are a very special group that will help in achieving these SDGs. Ladies and gentlemen, scientists have the expertise and knowledge which is needed to help address some of the world's most pressing challenges. Some of them we have already listed: climate change, poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. They play a very vital role in informing policy decisions and developing new technologies and solutions that can drive progress towards attaining these SDGs. For example, scientists in the field of ecology, like myself, are studying the impacts of human activities on ecosystems and developing conservation strategies to protect endangered species and ecosystems. The world today is experiencing a lot of exploitation of ecologies, ecosystems, and in the process causing a lot of problems and challenges which have to be addressed by us scientists. Additionally, environmental scientists are also developing new technologies to reduce pollution, waste, and to promote sustainable agriculture and land use. Those are some of the few areas in agriculture. In the fields of health care, research scientists are developing new treatments and technologies which help reduce the burden of disease and improve health outcomes. For example, as you are aware, medical scientists are constantly working to develop vaccines for diseases such as malaria, HIV and AIDS, and the recent development of the COVID vaccine. Those are very major contributions by our scientists. They are also developing new therapies for cancer and other diseases, which can improve patient outcomes and quality of life. Research scientists, ladies and gentlemen, also play the role of providing evidence-based solutions to policymakers and stakeholders to help inform decisions related to the SDGs. The research that come out of this from the scientists help to identify the most effective strategies for achieving the goals. For example, scientists provide evidence on the impacts of climate change on different ecosystems, which can help to inform policies aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions and mitigating the effects of climate change. Finally, on this area, we find research scientists also act as advocates for change by communicating their research findings to different audiences, including policymakers, the media,